All right, well, tell us about some of the rain that's headed our way this week.
Yeah, something we'll see more likely later this week, but in the short term, slightly drier and slightly warmer. Already 90 degrees in Los Lunas, 82 at the Sunport, but heating up already at 87 in Rio Rancho, and even warmer in Bernalillo, 88, 86 in Moriarty, 79 at Cindia Park, 83 in Tejeda. So you get the picture. Very warm weather across the metro and also across the land of enchantment into our friends in Colorado. Pretty warm there. Even Alamosa, 76, 84 in Durango. Meanwhile, 85 in Grants, 89 in Roswell. Could be close to 100 degrees tomorrow. 89 in Deming. Meanwhile, 77 right now in Ruidoso, with some puffy clouds starting to form along the east slopes of the Sacramento Mountains. A few isolated showers and rumbles of thunder mostly west of the Gila National Forest in New Mexico. In Arizona, that's where those storms are, and a few isolated showers just begin to form along the east slopes of the San Juan Mountains. And taking a look at Ruidoso, puffy clouds over Sierra Blanca Peak, but no rain, unlike what we saw this time yesterday afternoon with thunderstorms, two of them becoming severe south of Ruidoso. 77 right now, 32% humidity. It was just after the noon show yesterday where we saw a flash flood warning and some observed flooding, minor flooding around Ruidoso. A less likely chance of that today. Heating up into the low to mid 80s this afternoon, mid to upper 80s from Las Vegas and Mora to Raton and Capilene, lower 90s in Santa Fe before maybe some rain start to fall nearby, upper 90s in Farmington as well as Deming, and mid 90s at least in Roswell. Very warm weather across the land of enchantment, could be even warmer for some areas tomorrow. But again, storms may form in the Sacramento Mountains, mostly south of Ruidoso near Tiburon, even get as far west as Alamogordo. Those storms will blossom in the Gila National Forest near Silver City in the Minibus Valley, in the northern mountains, even clipping Santa Fe and potentially clipping Albuquerque. But the latest model runs suggesting, I think Albuquerque may be mostly rain-free, but a few of those isolated showers and storms may dissipate in the Rio Grande Valley just before midnight. That's why I have put a chance of rain in the metro under 7 days, so more than that just a bit. Our monsoon meter today, a 6 out of 10. Storms mostly moving to the south with flash flooding possible. So most of the northerly winds are responsible with the high pressure over the Four Corners, but that's moving to the east. This low pressure, a stronger system, will also provide that wind switch aloft, more from the south, bringing in upper level moisture and also stronger upper level winds. With the moisture, with the daytime heating, will produce more storms after the heat up tomorrow, and then we'll cool things off Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday for some. So a stormier day later tomorrow, and especially Thursday in Albuquerque, the Four Corners, the Northeast Highlands, especially in around Ruidoso into the western mountains, with rainfall totals in excess of at least a quarter to 3/4 of an inch from Ruidoso all the way through Raton through Sunday, as well as even Taos to Albuquerque will get at least a couple tenths of an inch of rain. Durango, about a tenth or 2/10 of an inch possible, and even Silver City will get some rainfall. In the low to mid 90s in the short term in Durango, 80s by the later parts of the week in the weekend. In places like Alamosa, Cortez, still mostly dry today. Cortez in the upper 90s, as well as even in Farmington to Chinle. By the way, some wildfire smoke still in the upper levels. That's something that will plague the region for the next couple of days. But at the surface, I think it'll be okay because those storms won't be potent enough to bring a lot of smoke to the ground. Something we'll keep an eye on, though, near Silver City and Glenwood at the TRC. A couple wildfires still spewing out smoke there as well. Alamogordo in the low to mid 90s today. Ruidoso again the low 80s. Cloud the low 70s with a slight chance of rain. Roswell to Hobbs mostly dry but muggy in the upper 80s and low to mid 90s. And Mora, Las Vegas in the upper 80s today. Could be a warmer for a couple areas tomorrow before more storms blossom. And from Red River to Espanola and Santa Fe, highs in the high 70s, 80s, and low 90s, but cooler by the end of the week. Moriarty to Tejeda from Rio Rancho, Belen, and Albuquerque. Storms may produce rain-cooled outflow wind gusts later today, so we'll cool off even after both days, so the next couple days being very warm in the 80s Thursday and Friday.
All right, eventually a break from the heat.
Yeah, a break from the heat with much needed rainfall. Just watch out for the flash flooding potential.
Yes, definitely. All right, thanks, Ryan.